Hey everybody, this is Mike with Door and Lock Tips, and today we're going to replace this little beautiful Timberline lock. And I mean, it's a nice lock, right? It's on most lockers. You have this nice little mechanism. We're going to leave that mechanism, the locking part, and we're going to replace the core key. Yeah. You know, these locks from Timberline come in all kinds of flavors. I mean, they're really a great lock. Okay, you can get them in this double bolted setup where it really works with 2 drawers. I love it. You can get it with the this type of lock that's right there. Okay, really strong, much better than a cam lock. You can get it where it slides out on all the sides. That's pretty cool. And you can get it with just a blade, and the blades can be replaced. So this type of lock is everywhere. This is a Timberline. So it has the little core, and it slides right inside the lock. So if you want to change keys, you just get yourself a core key like this one from a company called Easy Keys. You go online and you can get this core key from Easy Key, or you can get it from your supplier. And what this does is it removes the core. You may not even have known this, but you can take this core out just like this. Look at that. Is that cool or what? So we're going to just remove the core. We're going to take off this nice little beauty ring. We're going to pull that off, and we're going to replace it with an electronic lock. We're not going to pull off the inside of the lock. All we're going to do is get rid of the core. No more nuisance keys. You know, who wants keys? So we're just going to put an electronic lock that has a cam that slips in to the inside of this lock, just like this beautiful little core does. So let's see how it's done. This is the beautiful lock that we're going to use to just go in place of this killer little core. So we yanked the core. We got the little key to remove this core from Easy Keys. Okay, we pulled out this core, and now we're going to put this wonderful MicroIQ lock in place because I love electronic locks. And look at what it comes with. It comes with a cam. So this little cam will slide right inside of the lock. You see how that goes? Super simple. And all I got to do is I got to pull off the ring. So I got a lot of these rings, but the ring is right there. This is a nice little cover ring for when you drill the lock in. So we got to pop that off, and I'll show you how simple putting this lock on is. It's just as simple as adding the core. You got to get underneath it. You got to pry it off. You don't want to do a lot of damage doing this, but you know, it might be hard. I found you can take the lock off on the inside. You can just remove the screws and pull the lock off, and this little beauty ring will pop off. But you know, if you don't want to take it off that way, just pull it off with a screwdriver on the outside, because the new lock will cover up any scratches you might make by pulling off that ring. The company that you want to get this electronic lock from is called Tritech. You can buy it online. It's the CT, MicroIQ CT. Comes with a nice little manual, and by the way, it's step by step. So no big hassle, and it even comes with a little mounting template. Of course, I do it a different way, but you can use the mounting template and follow the directions because it really makes it simple. First of all, we're going to take the little handle off of the lock, okay? And then we're going to use this like a wrench, which is what the manual says. You stick it in like a wrench, that little cam. You just put it right there. and then you put this inside the lock and turn it counterclockwise till you hear that click. Oh, we like clicks, don't we? And you're supposed to check both ways, make sure this thing is in there, okay? And they kind of want you to be in the lock position. There's a reason for it. So let's see what we do next. Put the handle back in the lock. It only goes in one way. And you stick the lock over the top. Make sure that the lock's in the lock position. It is. And the handle's up with that little notch to the lock position. And then I like to take a square. Put it against the lock, just like so. Want to make sure this lock is square. And you can use the template to do this, but I just do this with a pencil. I mark it really good with a pencil because the mounting screw, which I'm going to use, is underneath the battery. Is that cool? So it's safely kept underneath the battery, and I'm going to drill straight through the cabinet. Now, according to the manual, you're supposed to drill a 3/32 hole for that top screw, because it's kind of small. But if you're doing it in metal, which I'm not, you use a 1/8 inch drill. So let's drill the hole. I like this part. Oh yeah. Notice the little bolt pattern. That's impregnated on the lock. So you just stick this through. And the nice thing is, this is already set up for a 3/4 inch. The door's in lock position. You stick this right on through the hole I just drilled. And you kind of stick that in there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Some two-way tape you're supposed to put on the back. That really locks this in place. But I will tell you this. If you want to remove this later, you're going to have real trouble if you put the two-way tape on. I mean, it really locks it in place. I'm not overemphasizing that, but I don't want to ever remove this lock. So I'm gonna use the two-way tape. It's provided. So here's the two-way tape. I just stuck it right on there. The plastic's indented for it, so it'll all set nicely flush. And then I have the little bolt. I'm gonna stick on through like so. So you got two means of fastening. Well, actually three. The cam is going to lock onto this lock with a little set screw, okay, that's on this handle. Let's look at that. See the little set screw? So I'm going to use an Allen to lock on to the cam. And then you've got the two-way tape, and then you've got the bolt with a little nut on the inside. So let's put this together now. I'm going to go ahead and install the battery because I want this thing to be live when I get this all hooked together. So it comes with a little teeny screw. It goes right through that hole and screws into this beautiful metal surface. So you want to tighten that all on. I do this ahead. I just think it's easier. So here it is, all put together. Now I'm going to go ahead and put that right on that cabinet door. Now, right now I'm going to do it. I just stick that screw right there, and I'm going to engage the lock onto the beautiful cam and make sure that's all tight. It's in the lock position because remember that handle's in the lock position. You want to mount it that way. Oh, how cool is this? I'm loving it. Look at how cool. Now this one's black, but I like the silver. Oh, I forgot. You know, if you can't get that little beauty ring off, they make these spacers. Now you can get them in different thicknesses and different colors. If the shell sticks out too far, you can use these little spacers. The last step of installation. You open it up, you put on your nut and bolt. Then you have to turn this about that direction, see it? Like this. And make sure you can get your little Allen wrench inside and you tighten up. There's a set screw in here. And boy, that bad boy is hard to turn. So kind of want to take your Allen on the L part, I think. Okay, it's all tightened. Now, put it in the unlock position, and I already set it up in locker mode, okay? Super simple, just follow the manual. Now, let's just see how good this thing is. Locker mode, you put in your own numbers. I kind of like this. Imagine I put my stuff in. So I'm going to put in 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I just turn this handle. It's locked. Look at that. Just a few steps. I've got a modern electronic MicroIQ CT lock. This is really cool, guys. There's a lot of features this thing does. Let me show you one really important feature. So this is called the control fob. So this really is so cool. I mean, a facility just has to have this. So if you have multiple locks all through your facility, this one control fob can take the place of the master code. If you don't enroll this when you first put your lock in the facility, you can't do it later if you lose the master code. So you really want to have a control fob. And these are all keyed the same. I don't know if you can see on the back. See that little engraving on the back? That's the serial number. So you just order a couple of these for your facility, like the manager would have one, and you locksmiths would have one. And then watch what this thing does. Let's say I've forgotten my code. Oh, help me, help me. Watch this. It's open. Thank you so much, I say to the people, because I've forgotten it. I got to get my keys out of here and go home, right? So now, I just want to do a peek. I open it. Oh, I look in there. Okay, there's no bomb. I close it, and I relock it. And guess what? Nobody knows I got in there. Because 4, 3, 2, 1 still good. Watch this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hooray! I got in. The folks don't even know I peeked in there. I highly suggest you use this little key fob. If you don't, let's say you have a supervisor and they take off with the master code and you don't know all your lock's master codes, you're really stuck. But with this little jewel, you can reprogram all the locks easily. So highly suggest, 1 or 2 of these. And let's just see. Let's see if this works here. Let's put it in the lock position, unlock position. 1, 2, 3, 4. I locked it. Oh, it works. You see, it works with multiple locks. I can put all my goodies in, close the door, 4, 3, 2, 1. I lock it. Okay, now it's locked. Now, I can unlock it with this. This is so cool. I can't get enough of this little fob. So guys, that's how easy it is to put on one of these MicroIQ CT cabinet locks. Beautiful. It replaces the Timberline, and I love that click. I don't know if you heard it, but it has a very nice sound. And the keypad has great feedback, and it can be cleaned. So you spray your little chemical on a rag, and you can clean this bad boy. And it has this little infrared fob if you want, this control fob. Highly suggested. Oh, and by the way, guess what? You can get user fobs, but they're a little pricey, but you may want them. If you don't want to push in a number, this is kind of slick, isn't it? So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. Highly suggest you get one of these little MicroIQ Super CT locks. Goes right in place of that Timberline removable core lock. And you keep the shell and the killer little lock that exists there. This is a really strong lock from Timberline. And you don't have to move your latch strike anywhere. You just pop it on, drill a little hole for the top fastener, put on the sticky tape, which highly suggest you do that. But if you ever want to take it off, oh boy, you got some trouble. But removing a lock is trouble anyway sometimes. So if you put that sticky tape on, be ready for it to be kind of permanent. And I like that. I don't want any wiggle It's really nice. I love that. Please subscribe to my channel, tell your friends, and I'll have more door and lock tips like this coming in the future. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I lock it. Oh, I forgot the number. Oh, I'm in. Is that cool or what? So please subscribe to my channel, Door and Lock Tips. Ring that bell, tell your friends, and I'll have more door and lock tips coming your way. Thank you, guys.